Hello everybody, how are you doing? I'm so delighted to do this video for you. Okay, so I'm doing your June the 5th, 2020's Daily Tarot Card reading. Here are your Oracle cards. Okay, we have, I'll start from the back. Stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence. Claim your personal power. This situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. Take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. For some reason, some cards keep coming out. Okay, time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. Okay, so there have been some interesting dramas going on in the daily tarot card readings. So there's situations in between like a masculine and a feminine. They may be both, one is like a child's mother, the other is a child's father. It's not clear whether or not they're married or not. So they've cheated or almost cheated on each other, maybe regretted it, a bunch of situations, okay? So now we have the Tower card, okay, as our initial card for the 5th of June, okay? So this is clarified by illusions. So I think this was the masculine. I'm not quite sure. You'd have to go back and look at the 4th of June's reading. But so the masculine is seeing the illusions. He fell for I think he had a past romantic partner in the office. So he struck up a conversation and ended up in a situation with her. So he may be seeing now that that was an illusion. And I'm not sure if she was an Aquarian. I do recall Aquarian might have come up in the reading. So whatever situation they were in, I think the masculine may be seeing through it. If it's not the masculine, then it's her seeing through it, one of the two. So, okay. So here we have the 7 of Wands reversed. So the 7 of Wands reversed, like somebody's letting down his or her guard. Is okay, so the Tower card can be a good card, okay? So there's a crisis, but it could be in a good way, okay? So I think it sounds maybe the feminine thought that the masculine was playing games with her, and maybe now I'm not really sure if that made sense. She maybe thought he was playing games with her, but now she sees that it was a dream come true. Now it makes sense. So she's letting down her guard. So this could be from the feminine's perspective. So now because the feminine in the office, the mistress in the office, she continually was trying to say no, but she felt like she was being like strapped in because they negotiated some terms or something. She felt like she was being kind of trapped in the situation. So here we have the 6 of Cups. So now she's still entertaining it, I guess, based on the terms because it's affecting her finances. So the next card here is the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is about opportunities coming in. So say, for instance, they reunite, but they're socializing. They don't necessarily have to be intimate. So the next card is the 4 of Pentacles. So somebody's holding on to what they have. They're not trying to, I guess, entertain extra options. I don't know if they don't want to give any funds into the situation. I don't know if they're just being reserved during the conversation. So this is maybe how the feminine is viewing the situation. A lot of times when I do see the Queen of Cups, I kind of think about the woman that he's living with. I'm not sure. I think it might be saying here that the mistress in the office let down her guard. She's socializing. She doesn't want to give him any money. Now, that 4 of Pentacles does not have to represent money only. Maybe it is representing like time, or it's almost like she's not giving her emotions. Okay, maybe she's thinking more about her family and, her responsibilities as a female instead of like giving into the situation. Maybe it's pleasantries like, hi, how are you doing? And talking about the mundane issues at work, okay? So anyway, here we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is about an abundance coming in. It can be about, I think more so about materialization of whatever it is that she was hoping for. So she thought that the masculine was just playing games with her and using her. Then she started to see him as maybe perhaps it's a situation that she might like to keep, okay? So it's like she almost seems like she was conversing with him but acting like she doesn't really want him, but it's almost like she's playing reserve, in a reserve mode. I don't know, as if to get his attention more. I don't know if that makes sense. Like if he thought she was an easy catch, or if he could get whatever he wanted from her, maybe he wouldn't want it. So it almost seems like she's being reserved, and by being reserved and being more like a wife, it almost seems like she's attracting his attention. And I'm not quite sure if this makes sense. So I don't know if he's interested now in having a new start with her. I also don't know for definite if it's the same woman from the office, because there was a point where the mistress in the office said, no, thank you. And I think the masculine decided to go for someone else. So it's a possibility that that could be going on. So there is a new beginning starting for these two as they're striking up a conversation once more. But it's kind of indecisive. So I think from the masculine's point of view, he's not sure if he wants to proceed with this. I'm not sure if it's from his perspective or if it's the feminine, because she's being reserved. Maybe not for his attention. Maybe she just does not know whether she wants to deal with the situation, okay? So, because again, she is kind of being held to it, kind of against her will. So I think it's explaining it better here. So the Lovers reversed has to do with like attraction. So I don't know if it's saying that the feminine is not attracted to the vibes from the masculine. Like, I would have to clarify who this indecision is coming from, okay? But the feminine is not it's very kind of confusing, okay? So it seems like either she's very conflicted or he's conflicted, or it's a combination of both, because it's like she's being reserved, she's entertaining the conversation, she may not, like, she is drawing his attention perhaps. A new start is maybe in the works but not definite. So once again, there's either an Aquarian involved in this situation, or somebody is indecisive on whether they're attracted to it. Like, is this the dream? Guys, I've been having slips of the tongue and different things, so I don't know if we're in retrograde at this moment, Mercury retrograde. But anyway, so we have the Star card here, and so I'm not sure if someone's debating whether or not they're attracted to this situation or not, okay? So the next card is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands has to do with, it has to do with like a masculine who may not be a faithful person. It may have to do with traveling. So say for instance, the feminine had a conversation maybe with the masculine. She's not sure of her feelings. She's being reserved. Maybe perhaps he's still drawn to her, but there's an iffy on whether or not they're going to deal with each other. So she leaves the situation. I don't know how she's feeling right now. It's something like, I don't know if she feels a little bit upset by it or bored by it. It's like something wasn't attracting her attention. I don't know what she wanted to gain from him. Did she want him to make her feel good emotionally? I'm not sure, but I don't know if she just didn't like the conversation. Like, some people don't enjoy small talk, so she left. Okay, so but I don't know if something was said that made her feelings sensitive, and she's like, okay, I don't want to stick around anymore, I'm ready to go. Okay, so, and there's a confusion here, like, is this the person of my dreams? Is it not? Is this a situation that I can benefit from, or is it hurting me? It's like kind of confusion. Okay, it is tied to her abundance financially. So I keep seeing, when we see abundance in the cards or the Star card, it could be related to abundance. Like, somebody's not attracted to a certain situation. They feel like it's morally wrong, but at the same time, they're thinking about their money. So it could be a mix in between the two, okay? So from the masculine's point of view, considering if this is the same masculine, so this is a friend and he's financially stable, so this could still be the guy from the office, okay? So here he is, the Knight of Pentacles, and he's trying to figure out something, okay? He is trying to figure out, like, how does he attain what he wants, because the feminine is kind of confused at whether or not the situation is something she wants to continue. Okay, So here we have the Hermit card. So the masculine is by himself at the moment. As I said, he's trying to strategize. So his finances may be fine. I don't know if he still wants to be with her. I think she's the one having indecision, not knowing whether she wants to be with him. Okay, so the masculine right now is in solitude. He's thinking about, do I want to be in a stable relationship or not? So I think they are both debating this. Like, should we be together? Should we not? Is this morally right? And should I be with the person I'm already with? Okay, so then we have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords, like he's feeling like maybe being in a traditional situation, maybe not such a good idea. Maybe he's feeling like she doesn't like him that much because we did see the Lover's card reversed. So there is a possibility that she does not like the situation. So the next card here is the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is about maybe perhaps the masculine is maybe perhaps he's eating lunch or dinner or something, or drinking a cup of coffee, warm water, whatever he's doing. So he's socializing, and I think he's stressed out by the whole situation. If he is stressed out by the situation, maybe he does have feelings for this person. This woman here, I don't know if this is his, because I'm not sure. This could possibly be the child's mother that he's living with. I'm not so sure. The reason why I'm not so sure, there is a High Priestess, and that card does come up here. So the High Priestess is the woman in the office. Not in a literal sense, not literally in your office, but I'm saying she was a wise woman. His mistress in the office is a wise woman, and I think the Aquarian card kind of showed up. Okay, so that's why I think that is the mistress in the office. So so anyway, basically the situation is confusing, but I'm wondering, like, if this masculine really does like this woman in the office, because if he goes to her for advice and so I think she was a little bit scared that he just wanted the advice but didn't really love her. So as I stated, the masculine right now is considering, should he be in a state, I don't know if this is him considering his marriage. That could be what he's doing. Maybe he doesn't know what the woman in the office is thinking. So he's thinking about, should he focus on his marriage? But when he thinks about that, he's like, well, I feel like that's a no-win situation. So as I stated, he's socializing, eating, doing something, but whatever he's doing, he's not feeling 100% in doing it. He just kind of feels stressed because he can't make up his mind, and it's kind of confusing, okay? He feels like the situation has brought him a lot of heartache and sorrow, and there's some type of secrets involved. And the secrets could be that the mistress in the office is retaining her feelings and not sharing how she really feels. Okay? So this gets a little bit interesting. I might have to clarify here. So there's some type of secrets about intimacy. We kind of do know that he is in an affair or something with someone in the office. So that could be what is going on. But it's explaining here the sun, like it's victorious. It's kind of strange. It's like we're in this masculine's head a bit. He's thinking about his marriage, or he's thinking about going steady with the mistress. So I'm not sure which one. But I just think he's probably scared of relationships, maybe. They cause him a lot of stress. He probably does have intimacy with someone, so that might not be the problem. So it's like that's not really the problem. And so when we're saying the karmic here, this is about the person he's living with, more than likely. So let me think about it. Okay. So anyway, so I don't know how this situation with the mistress in the office is going. She is conflicted. The masculine is conflicted about his marriage and or the woman in the office. So I don't know if he's just happy, like, as long as I got intimacy, I'm happy. I don't know if that's what he's thinking. Is that his secret, okay? His secret may not be about which partner he wants to be steady with or stable with. It might just be getting his needs met in the physical realm, maybe. So this part is about his child's mother, maybe, because he may have a child's mother and a wife. So this is about the investments that he's made with her. So it's saying right now that they're going pretty well. I don't know if that's about to change now. There could be possibly a Sagittarian in the situation. I can't remember who was the party, who was the Sagittarian. So that could be the person that he's living with as a Sagittarian, but now, like, he got intimacy from somewhere, and so, I don't know, now he's thinking about home. So whatever he was dealing with previously was in the office or wherever he was hanging out for the day or dealing with other people for that day. So, so basically his home life is happy. And right here where it says that he's by himself, he was dealing with a woman in the office earlier, okay? As I stated, it doesn't have to actually be in the office. It could be in your local facility, wherever you're around people, okay? So he already left that situation to go home. So the latter part of the reading is about the person he lives with. So right now their home is happy. When I do see this card, I think of this as his wife, because that's kind of the way I saw it in the past couple readings ago. So this may not be the baby's mother. This may just be the wife. The household is happy. The masculine got his needs met. I don't know where or with whom for this reading, but it could possibly be in the home life. So I don't know if he was thinking about his marriage. I don't know if when he just thought about it, he felt defeated, or when he went home to his wife, she brought up the fact, I remember you slept with such and such, because she is aware. So maybe that's why the defeat card is here. So maybe she fed him something, and then he went to bed with something on his mind, okay? So yeah, I don't know if this is going into the next day, like from the nighttime into the next day. Maybe the sun represents the early morning on the 6th, okay? So basically he's at his home with his wife. For some reason, everything seems cheery. At least they're working together. From his wife's standpoint, from this Queen of Pentacles standpoint, there's some type of betrayal, and we do know that one of his partners he lived with, it could be the same woman. The baby's mother is maybe his wife, okay? But I don't think so. I think the baby's mother, he wanted her to bring in income, but his wife may actually have an income, okay? So there's some type of betrayal. Now, is the wife betraying the husband, or is this about his betrayal, okay? So let's see the clarifying cards. So now we have the 8 of Wands, okay? So is it that the wife knows that her husband has been socializing, or is she socializing? I kind of wondered if this is his story. Okay, so he may be socializing. The husband may be socializing. I don't even understand, because this can represent a monetary situation. This can also represent like soul ties. And so I don't know if this is about the wife, if she has been socializing with her karmics. Like, does she have other people in her life? So one of the two is, we know the husband is betraying the wife, but we don't know if she's betraying him also, okay? So let me just read these cards and see. So this sounds like it's the masculine story, because we know he was socializing. I'm not sure who this karmic is. Okay, the husband with his Queen of Pentacles right here, okay? He feels like, is she the heavy burden? So this gets really confusing, because his child's mother, I think he sees as a heavy burden. So maybe this woman does make money, but maybe she doesn't make enough. Maybe this is the child's mother and his wife, okay? So he's still considering the situation a heavy burden. And he's saying, okay, I don't know if this is about victory or about, I just think he's thinking about his marriage is a heavy burden. And he thinks that his wife is being kind of grouchy with him, which in one of the readings, she was like, I understand you're cheating on me with the office mistress, and because of that, now I have a right to be angry with you. So that's just explaining that I think this is telling us what we already know. So I don't know why that got repeated. But the masculine sees the marriage. It's not even the financial. He's seeing the marriage as a heavy burden. And if he's seeing his wife as the Queen of Swords, it's because he made her more upset. If it was about money, monetary issues that were making him upset initially, now she's upset because she knows he's cheating. So he just added more burdens to the burden he already thought his marriage was putting on him, okay? So anyway, so here we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is about wisdom. So it's explaining maybe perhaps that even though the wife might have slept with her husband and it seems like their household is happy, is she just thinking about the betrayal and thinking about the woman in the office? Is she gaining wisdom from the situation? Is it explaining that the woman from the office has left the situation? I could read this in many different ways. But so I don't know if it's his wife sees the betrayal, is following her intuition or something, and is trying to get out of the situation. Okay, now when I did a reading maybe about 2 weeks ago, I kind of saw because I did 2 spreads for that reading, and so I did see kind of the same dynamic going on. Like there was a female, she was maybe married to a man. He had all of these women in his life, and she wanted to get out of the situation. So I'm seeing that repeat again, okay? Now, maybe from the wife's perspective, maybe perhaps she's saying, well, this situation is too heavy of a burden, and she does not want to move forward. So both partners are kind of seeing this marital situation as a very heavy burden. And so anyway, that's basically how the 5th of June's reading is sounding. So I don't know if the situation will get resolved. I guess we'll see in the next reading what happens between the two if we continue the same storyline, okay? Thank you for listening to my readings today. Feel free to visit my channel and view other videos that I have created. And like, subscribe, share, or comment if you like my videos, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.